Imagine this. You walk into the office, and everything seems normal. But there's that one colleague, charming, well-spoken, seemingly helpful, yet every interaction leaves you feeling smaller. You start questioning yourself, doubting your decisions, wondering if maybe you're the problem. Or picture this, you have a friend who is always there when they need something. They shower you with kindness, but somehow, every time you're around them, you feel emotionally drained, manipulated, as if you are just a tool in their game. We all encounter people like this. They don't announce themselves as villains. They don't wear a mask of evil. Instead, they operate in shadows, subtly disturbing the balance of life, pulling strings behind the scenes. Lao Tzu, the great Taoist philosopher, understood this well. He didn't classify people as merely good or evil. Instead, he warned about those who disrupt the natural flow of existence, people who resist harmony, manipulate others, and thrive on deception. Today, we will uncover the signs of a bad person according to Lao Tzu. We will answer 3 critical questions. What defines a bad person in Taoist philosophy? How can you identify them before they influence your life? And most importantly, how can you protect yourself while maintaining your inner peace? Thesis statement: a bad person is not always the one who commits obvious crimes. Sometimes, they are the ones who slowly, invisibly, drain your energy, manipulate your choices, and disrupt your inner balance. This is more than a lesson in philosophy. This is a survival guide. Because recognizing these people is the first step to freeing yourself from their influence and reclaiming your power. Stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll not only see these people for who they truly are, but you'll also learn how to outsmart them, outmaneuver them, and rise above their games. And if any of this sounds familiar, if you've ever dealt with someone who made you feel trapped in a silent battle, leave a comment below. Let's expose the truth together. Today, we expose the 5 key warning signs of a bad person, according to the wisdom of Lao Tzu. Watch closely, because recognizing these signs could save you from years of emotional turmoil, manipulation, and regret. Have you ever met someone who just refuses to let go? No matter how much things change, no matter how clear reality becomes, they cling on to their own version of the world, forcing everything and everyone around them to conform to their will. Perhaps it's a boss who micromanages every single task, never trusting their employees, suffocating creativity, and making work a place of control rather than growth. Or maybe it's a friend who refuses to accept the truth, someone who will argue against reality itself, even when the facts are undeniable, because to them, being right is more important than seeing clearly. Or worse, a leader who resists change, who refuses to adapt even when everything around them is crumbling, dragging everyone down with them simply because they cannot admit that they were wrong. Lao Tzu warns us about these people, the opposers. He teaches, when you let go of what you are, you become what you might be. But those who resist the flow of life will always struggle, always suffer. These people cannot flow with life because they crave control. They force situations instead of allowing them to unfold naturally. They manipulate, pressure, and twist reality to fit their own desires. And in the process, they create suffering, not just for those around them, but for themselves. How to identify them? They are obsessed with control, they cannot let go, even when holding on is destroying everything. They refuse to adapt, change is inevitable, yet they fight it at every turn. They force things to happen, instead of working with the natural flow of life, they impose their will on everything around them. But here's the truth, life is like water, it moves, shifts, and adapts. Those who fight the current will only exhaust themselves, while those who flow with it will find peace. So if you recognize someone like this in your life, ask yourself, are you getting caught in their storm, or are you choosing to flow beyond it? And if you've ever dealt with someone who made you feel trapped in their need for control, tell me in the comments. Let's break free from their influence, together. Have you ever met someone who always seems too nice, too humble, too perfect, yet somehow, you always feel uneasy around them? Perhaps it's a colleague who constantly praises you, but you later discover they've been sabotaging you behind your back. Or a partner who twists your words, making you doubt your own memory, making you feel like the villain even when you know you did nothing wrong. Or maybe it's that so-called friend. The one who always seems to be helping, always seems kind, but their kindness is never without conditions. They never forget a favor, and when the time comes, they will demand something in return. These people are not obvious villains. They don't attack you openly, they don't show their true nature easily. Instead, they manipulate from the shadows, using deception as their weapon. Lao Tzu warned us about such people, the tricksters. He said, "Those who use cleverness to deceive others are not wise. They may win in the short term, but they will lose in the end. But until they lose, they can drain your energy, destroy your confidence, and manipulate you into submission." How to identify them? Their words and actions never align. They say one thing, but do another. They tell you they care, but their actions betray their true intentions. They always have hidden motives. Their kindness is never free, it's a calculated move to put you in their debt. They twist reality. They use gaslighting, subtle lies, and half-truths to confuse and control you. The trickster thrives on manipulation, illusions, and psychological games. They make you question yourself, make you doubt your instincts, and ultimately, make you easier to control. But there is a way to defeat them. You must trust your intuition. You must recognize the signs. You must stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because the moment you stop falling for their charm and start seeing their patterns, you take back your power. If you've ever encountered someone like this, someone who made you feel like reality itself was slipping away, tell your story in the comments. Let's expose these patterns together, so no one else falls into their web. Have you ever met someone who is never satisfied? No matter how much they have, they always want more. More money, more power, more recognition. Their hunger is endless, their ambition, insatiable. Perhaps it's the CEO who builds an empire on the backs of exploited workers, cutting wages while increasing profits, never feeling like it's enough. Or the friend who only calls when they need something, treating relationships like business deals, measuring people by what they can extract from them. Or worse, a lover who sees relationships as a game of conquest, always looking for the next person to manipulate, never truly capable of love. These people are what Lao Tzu would call hungry ghosts. They are always consuming, but never fulfilled. Always taking, but never giving. Lao Tzu warned us, "He who knows he has enough is truly rich. He who always desires more is truly poor." But these people do not know what enough means. They believe happiness comes from control, power, or possessions, yet the more they take, the emptier they feel. They see people as transactions, not connections. They build wealth but never build peace. They conquer, but never rest. How to identify them? They are never satisfied. No matter how much they achieve, they always crave more. They treat relationships as transactions. Their kindness has a price, their loyalty is conditional. They manipulate to gain power. Everything is a strategy, friendship, love, even morality itself. These people are trapped in their own endless hunger. And if you are not careful, they will consume you too. But here's the truth, no one can ever truly satisfy a hungry ghost. Their void is endless, and their suffering is self-inflicted. The only way to deal with them is to stop feeding them. Stop playing their game. Stop letting them take more than they give. If you have ever met a hungry ghost, someone whose greed and ambition destroyed everything around them, share your experience in the comments. Let's expose the truth, so fewer people fall into their trap. Have you ever noticed how some people always seem to stir up drama, even when there's no reason for it? Maybe it's a coworker who gossips behind everyone's back, planting seeds of doubt and making sure no one truly trusts each other. Or an internet troll, someone who thrives on provoking anger, feeding off the chaos they create. Or worse, a politician who doesn't unite people but instead fuels division, pitting groups against each other, ensuring that as long as people are fighting, they remain in control. These people are what Lao Tzu would call the discord makers. They don't build. They don't heal. They don't unite. They thrive in conflict, because chaos is where they gain power. Lao Tzu warned us, the wise create harmony, the foolish create division. Those who stir up conflict will never find peace. But the discord maker doesn't want peace. They want control. They want influence. And the easiest way to control people? Divide them. They turn friends into enemies. They twist words to create suspicion. They break unity because a divided group is easier to manipulate than a strong one. How to identify them? They are always turning people against each other. They never bring solutions, only problems. They thrive in chaos. If things become peaceful, they find a way to create drama again. They manipulate trust. They use secrets, lies, and misinformation to make people question each other. The most dangerous thing about the discord maker? They make you think that the real enemy is someone else, never them. But there's only one way to truly deal with them: recognize their tactics and refuse to play their game. If you've ever encountered a discord maker, someone who left destruction in their wake, someone who divided people just to watch the chaos unfold, share your experience in the comments. Together, we can bring awareness to their methods, so fewer people fall into their trap. Have you ever met someone who seemed too good to be true? Maybe it's the colleague who is always charming, always agreeable, always smiling, yet something about them feels off. Or the friend who portrays themselves as selfless, generous, and kind, but behind closed doors, they are bitter, envious, and cruel. Or perhaps it's the public figure, praised for their morals, loved for their charisma, but in reality, their private life is filled with lies, deceit, and manipulation. These people are what Lao Tzu would call the illusions. They wear a mask. They present themselves as good, wise, or virtuous, but deep inside, they are empty. Lao Tzu warned us, when you seek approval from others, you will always be their prisoner. And that is the secret of these people. They don't seek inner peace. They don't build real character. They only seek external validation. They are not authentic, they are performances, carefully crafted, designed to manipulate how others see them. How to identify them? They are overly polished and charming. Their kindness feels rehearsed, their generosity feels calculated. They lack authenticity. They shift personalities depending on who they're with. The danger? They are masters of deception. They know how to blend in, how to mimic emotions, how to play the perfect role. But no illusion lasts forever. And the moment you stop listening to their words and start observing their actions, you will see through them. If you've ever encountered an illusion, someone who made you believe in them, only to reveal their true, hollow nature, share your story in the comments. Let's expose them for what they are. We now know how to identify bad people. We've seen their patterns: the manipulators, the deceivers, the ones who feed on greed, chaos, and division. But here's the real question: how do we deal with them? Lao Tzu taught that resisting force with force only leads to destruction. Instead of battling darkness with more darkness, the wise move like water, strong, yet adaptable. So today, we uncover 3 Taoist strategies to protect yourself from toxic individuals while maintaining your own peace and strength. 1. Wu Wei, do not engage with chaos. Imagine this. You're at work, and a colleague is spreading false rumors about you. You're furious. You want to confront them, expose their lies, set the record straight. But deep down, you know, arguing with them will only fuel their drama. This is where Wu Wei comes in, the art of non-resistance. Lao Tzu teaches, do nothing, and nothing remains undone. The storm will pass on its own. This does not mean you tolerate injustice. It means you do not feed the energy of chaos. Manipulators thrive on your reaction. They want you to fight back, to get emotional, to play into their games. But when you refuse to engage, when you remain still, unshaken, their power over you begins to fade. Direct hit action: when facing manipulative people, do not react emotionally. Step back. Observe. Let their own actions expose them. 2. Stay grounded in your own path. Toxic people will try to control your emotions, define your reality, and manipulate your self-worth. A narcissist will gaslight you, making you question yourself. A deceiver will twist the truth, making you doubt what you know. A toxic boss will use fear to control you, making you feel small. But here's the key: do not let them dictate who you are. Lao Tzu said, "Care about what others think, and you will always be their prisoner." Directed action: ground yourself in your values. Do not let others define your emotions, only you have that power. Keep your focus on your own path, not their distractions. When you know who you are, their words, their judgments, their manipulations, they lose their grip on you. 3. Be like water. Adapt without breaking. Water is one of the most powerful forces in nature. It flows around obstacles, reshapes itself, and carves mountains over time. Now, think of your interactions with toxic people. Some battles are not worth fighting head-on. Some situations require adaptation, not confrontation. Lao Tzu teaches, the softest thing in the world overcomes the hardest thing. This is the ultimate strategy: learn when to stand firm, and when to flow. Direct hit action: if someone tries to provoke you, don't meet force with force. Redirect their energy. If you cannot change a toxic environment, flow around it, seek better opportunities. If a manipulator tries to trap you, do not react predictably, outmaneuver them. Water does not fight. Yet it always finds its way. Final message and call to action: not every battle needs to be fought. Not every insult needs to be answered. Not every manipulator deserves your energy. The greatest way to win against toxic people: refuse to let them control your emotions. Refuse to let them define your path. And like water, move beyond them. If you've ever dealt with toxic individuals, manipulators, or people who tried to break you, share your story in the comments. Let's bring awareness to these tactics, so more people can break free.